What is going on, squad? We are back. We got some spoilers and we're here to talk about them, y'all. These spoilers are on fire, y'all. So, I want to get started, but I need people to come into the stream right now so we can get started and talk about these spoilers. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm about to send off the broadcast here, so that everyone can come and join and hang out. We want to talk about some spoilers, right? So I'm here. We're talking about some. We're here for Smash or Pass. All right, guys. I know some of you have not played it before, or maybe might be new, but we'll let you know how Smash or Pass works. All right. So we're gonna bring up one of the cards that have been spoiled. Okay. Then we're going to be looking at if it's a smash, we're going to hit that smash button. That means it's good. And if we hit that pass button, that means it's not good, right? So those are the basic rules. Now, I'm only going to consider this mostly from a premier perspective. I know some cards are going to be probably really good and limited. For those that are new, what is limited? Again, that's what you call your pre-release. That's going to come up soon. We're about a month away, I think, from pre-release. That could be draft or sealed. Sealed is just pre-release is just a modified version of sealed because you get 2 liters inside that kit that you can use. But we're not talking about that. We're only going to talk smash or pass in Premiere. So meaning, do we think it's going to be in constructed? Not Twin Suns. I know that's fun. And actually, I was thinking about one day actually doing a little deck tech on a Twin Suns deck, and hopefully I can play with some of my buddies over there, the Bucketheads, one day, catch a game with them. That'll be cool. But I'm gonna be definitely gonna be looking at what we got going on for this new set. As y'all were excited to recap from last set or the last set of spoilers, Darth Vader was hands down the most broken card released. So I'm gonna be go ahead and watch that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. Smash or pass. We're gonna get over and start looking at these cards and seeing what's what, right? If you're new to the channel, go hit that like button. Go hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to the 1,000 subscribers. We hit our first goal of 500. Now let's go to 1,000. We do have a special giveaway when we hit that 1,000 subscribers. I think the person that wins will be extremely happy. And hopefully they play Star Wars Unlimited so they actually can use what they get. But let's get started. All right, see here. We have Shatterpoint, okay? This is a 4-cost event that's aspects are just vigilance. It says choose one, defeat a non-leader unit with 3 or less remaining HP, or use the force, meaning you lose your force token. If you do, defeat a non-leader unit. This is just an uncommon. So my initial thoughts on this for 4 costs, I think it's a little high. I don't know if it's the good. When you defeat a non-leader unit with 3 or less health, so towards the end of the game, you really got to be pumping out damage on a unit to be able to use this card. But the fact that you can use the force, you can defeat the non-leader unit. So it's a bigger kind of cost to. It's a conditional cost, I would say, because you could count like the losing the force token like a half of a resource maybe. So it'll be 4.5 resources to defeat a non-leader unit, but the second side is actually a lot better in my opinion, because you can actually kill a non-leader unit. It doesn't matter how much health they have, you just kill it. So if we think about some of the other, Fell the Dragon, for example, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's 5 resources, and that just kills something that has power greater than like 6 or more, right? So this is slightly cheaper because you just have to pay the 4 and use your force token. And we do see Fell the Dragon in those control top decks, those soft control decks, we do see the gameplay of it. So because of that, I do think this would replace Fel the Dragon, in my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that smash button on this one. I think we're gonna see use out of this, especially since this whole set is based around the Force. You'll be multiple ways for you to create the Force tokens. Now, there might be some niche scenarios where you want to do it with 3 or remaining less health, but I don't think you're really going to use that one. I think most people are going to be using the second one. All right, next one we have Force Illusion. This is a 2-cost event. Its aspects are cunning. Its traits are Force and Trick. And it says, exhaust an enemy unit. A friendly unit gains Sentinel for this phase. This is an uncommon. So I'll tell y'all this, as a Cad Bane player, I like tricks and I like pulling tricks. This is a pretty cool trick because you can exhaust a unit. That means leader, right? It says enemy unit. So that you can exhaust a leader that has an upgrade. And then you can give one of your units a Sentinel. Give it Sentinel. So if you do kind of have a beefy unit that you kind of want to protect your health, this is a great way to do this. And guess what? If you're running Jabba with a Cad Bane deck, this is only going to cost you 1. This is a very good card. I think we'll see this card played, but I don't think we're going to see this card played with many Force decks, in my opinion. I think this might be a special little tech that Cad Bane could potentially include in his tech. With that, I think exhausting a unit and getting Sentinel is pretty good. I have nothing negative to say about it. For 2 resources, seems like it's costed well. I would pay 2 resources to exhaust a unit by itself sometimes. So I think that's not bad, right? So pretty good. Let's move on. All right, this is actually one of the leaders that were spoiled recently. Remember, my last stream was last Tuesday of last week. So we have about, I think, 20-something cards to look at today. And one of the spoilers we had at that time was Ahsoka Tano. She's a leader. She is, aspects are vigilance and heroism. Traits are Force and Fringe. And it says, action, use the Force, give a friendly unit Sentinel for this phase. She deploys at 6 resources. On her unit leader side, she's a 5/6. And it says, on attack, you may give a friendly unit Sentinel for this phase. And this is just a common leader. And I'm going to say she's not good, in my opinion. It sucks that they kind of did her dirty like this. I don't think she's going to be good in Constructed, in my opinion. So I do think she's probably going to be decent in Limited. So a pre-release. The fact that you can give something Sentinel help keep your base alive, I think it's very, very good. I do think she'd probably be good in like your pre-release or Limited, maybe even Draft. But when we're talking about in terms of this Smash or Pass game, it's strictly Premier. And because of that, I'm sorry, Ahsoka, we're going to have to pass on Ahsoka as a leader. I don't think we'll see much play with her. I really like Ahsoka. She's probably my 2nd favorite character in Star Wars. No, third favorite. I lied, because it's Darth Vader, Cad Bane, then probably Ahsoka. And it's sad to hear her not being such a good card. So that's life, though. They can't make everyone cool, right? Okay. Whoa! Now this card, I was super excited to see. This was actually just spoiled, I believe, today by the guys at Unplayable. This is Quinlan Voss. He's a 4-cost ground unit. His aspects is only aggression. He has 4 attack, 5 defense. His traits are Force, Jedi, Republic. He says, on attack, if this unit has 6 or more power, you may deal 2 damage to an enemy base. I'm going to tell y'all right now, y'all, I'm just going to hit that smash button. This card is good. This card is definitely going to see play. And guess what? If you're running Quinlan Tarkin Town right now, this is an auto slot in that 4-cost slot. I mean, think about it. You already have Hotshot Blaster. You play Hotshot Blaster from the Smuggle, right? He swings in for 6 damage onto the base. Now, because you now have 6 or more power, you're going to do 2 damage to the enemy base. So you're doing a total of 8 damage on a base on 4 cost unit. Well, it's really going to be 5 resources because you play him ready and then you can attack him on the next turn. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? This card is so good. And this is going to see play, I guarantee you. I keep saying, let me get ready here. I keep saying that I think Quinlan Tarkentown is still going to be a very good deck next set. And I'm actually kind of thinking it might be one of the best heroism decks because of the way that deck is built right now. It has so many answers to a lot of things. That's why we still see it in the meta. I think it's just going to be a better deck. So, hey, if you're new and you're thinking about getting on Legends of the Force, you probably want to consider looking at some of those Quinlan cards. Go get you all the common and non-commons. You can both buy them at TCG Player very cheaply. Also, we'll have a new video coming about some of the new meta leaders. I'll have actually a link in there that allows you to get all those cards if you want. If you don't want to do all the time sifting through it, I got you covered. Just click on the link. It'll take care of it for you. But this card, I'm gonna hit that smash again, y'all. This card is sick. It is so good. So, and this is not even it. So we got to move on to the next card because the next card synergizes well with it. So let's look at it. Yes, Asajj Ventress, y'all. She's a 5-cost ground unit. Her aspects just aggression. She has 5 attack and 6 defense. Her traits are Force, Knight, and Bounty Hunter. And it says, when played and on attack, give another friendly Force unit +2/+0 for this attack. Bro, do y'all see the synergy now? Quinlan costs 4 resources. Your next turn, you're at the 5 resource turn. You immediately play out Asajj Ventress. You buff up Quinlan. Now he has 6 power. When he attacks, he's going to now go into the base for 6 damage and +2 more because he has that 6 power. That's what we call about synergy. Again, we have a Quinlan Tarkentown deck. Why not slot in a playset of Asajj Ventress because she works so well with Quinlan? And guess what? It could also help the Quinlan leader, right? Sometimes if Quinlan unit has the hotshot blaster, well, buff up your Quinlan leader and he'll attack for 2 more damage. Like, there's so many ways you can use this card. Remember, it says Force, right? So Quinlan already has some good Force units, right? Has Ahsoka. So like, there's a lot that can be done with this card, and this card is very, very good. I'm gonna hit that smash button. By the way, I like that the art is actually synergizing with each other. It's a very good card. If you're going to go green route, you can ECL, kill something, buff your Quinlan. Then if you have enough resources, you can hotshot blaster in, boom, and he's off to the races. Like, there's so many ways this card can be used. I really like it. I think if you're running any aggression, I'm gonna tell you this. If you're running aggression, you're gonna auto include Asajj because you just want to have a Force unit to get that buff. And I'm gonna hit that smash button one more time because Asajj and Quinlan are great. Look at that. They have the matching up. You know what, guys? I'm not gonna lie. I want to see these in Prestige. Like, seriously, these cards are going to be busted in Prestige. And I hope, so I played Star Wars Destiny. They actually did come out with cards that kind of have like all similar backgrounds, like a mural for, like I said, I would love to see the Prestige cards of these two with somehow like a mural. I don't like that gray or purple backgrounds they did. I'm not a fan of it. I would like to see like them together in some type of background. I don't know if you read the Dark Disciple books. They were together in many places. It'll be cool to see that background there. That would be fire. And I think everyone would love that. And the fact that both these cards are uncommon, that's great. So we're gonna hit that smash button again on Quinlan. we're gonna hit Smash again on Asajj. These two cards, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, are the most exciting cards I've seen for this round of spoilers. So happy to see this. All right. Next up, we have a Precarious Predicament. It's a 2-cost event. Its aspects are cunning. It's a trick as its trait, and it says return an enemy non-leader unit to its owner hand unless its controller says it could be worse. If they do, you may play a card named It's Worse from your hand or resources for free. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. I think this is actually pretty funny that you're gonna play this card for 2 and you like, what up, man? You want me to return this card, or you want to say it could be worse? I like they're kind of forcing a little bit of an interaction. We all know where this is at in A New Hope, right? They're in the garbage compactor. And the crazy thing about it is that it says you can play from your hand or resources. We'll see the next card. To me, based on that next card, you will always just have it in the resources. I know you'll lose one resource, but if your hero's already deployed, who cares that you lost that one resource? Because most of the time you're trying to get up to that point where you can deploy the leader. I don't know if you ever would use it from hand. If you think you'll play it from hand, I'm curious to see if you would. This is almost like I guess deramping a little bit if you do play out of resources, but I need to know from you guys right now that are watching, would you ever play this from hand? The card that is named It's Worse. I don't think so, but I would love to know your opinions. But we're gonna move over to the next card because I think I have to rate these together. And It's Worse. It's Worse is a 7-cost event. There's no aspect to it, and it says defeat a non-leader unit. So the problem is that's actually pretty dope. I mean, it's a little expensive, but if your opponent says it could be worse, then you're actually killing a unit for 2 resources, right? You're losing it if you have It's Worse in your resource. So I guess you're also losing a resource. I'm not sure how you would rank losing a resources in terms of cost, but you can kill a non-leader unit. Like, so to me, that's, in my eyes, it's 2 resources plus losing a resource to kill something. And I think sometimes you just probably want to play that game of chicken with them. Like, bro, do you really want to lose that unit, or would you rather have it just bounce back so you can play it at a later time? I'm gonna love to see the strategy behind this when people use it. I like the thematicness between the two. I'm gonna have to go. I think this is a good. If you pull it off, you tell your opponent, "Yo, I want you to bounce that back." Unless you say it could be worse, and then they're really gonna have to think. I like it. I think the fact that you can defeat something and you have it, it's good. I think this is gonna be strategic when you use it, but I think it's good. Let me know in the chat, guys. Do you guys think this is good? I actually like it, so I'm giving it that smash. But let me know what you think. If you think I'm wrong, say, hey, you're crazy, you're wrong. Let me know. But let's move on. Next up, we have Dooku. He's a 4-cost ground unit. His aspects are just cunning. He has 5 attack and 4 defense. He's Force and Jedi traits. He has a new keyword, Hidden. And he says, when played, each friendly unit with Hidden can't be attacked for this phase. And he's an uncommon. So I read this and I was like, what? That is a powerful when played. Very powerful. I'm going to tell you that is a smash. Remember, when you play your hidden units, you can't get killed by your enemy attacking into you. They only could kill you with events. So the fact that you can maybe attack with your units, your hidden units, your next round, and then immediately play Dooku, that could be an option. Or you immediately play Dooku, allow those option units to immediately attack the base, and your opponent can't do anything about it. And what's even better, if you can somehow bounce Dooku back into your hand, and then if you have initiative, you immediately drop him, now those hidden units, again, cannot be attacked. So I think this card is very, very good. And I'm actually have my wheels turning. Can I build a full hidden deck that abuses Dooku's ability? Because if you can build a board big enough where your opponent just cannot trade into you and you have the initiative, you're going to win. Now, easily that this deck style will easily get countered by a control deck, right? But I do like this card. I think it's good. It's a little bit. I don't know how. So the problem that I only have right now is how prevalent is hidden going to be? Like, is it really a good keyword? Just think about the last sets, right? Piloting, I think, is pretty good, but we only have one good real pilot deck, right? But the set just Jump to Lightspeed, excuse me, Twilight of Republic, and Exploit was just not good. And then Coordinate, really only one card really took advantage of that, which was well, right now Vader has that shuttle, and then we have Plo Koon. Like, that's really it. So it really comes down to, is hidden going to be a very popular mechanic? Then Dooku is busted. If hidden is not going to be a good mechanic, then I don't think he's that good. But the fact that what I've seen so far from the hidden units, I think there might be something. There might be something there. So let's find out when the set drops. And if you happen to see this and you be like, "Hey, call me out. Hey, I thought you said hidden one might be good." Well, I'm wrong. All right, let's go on. Next up, we have a big boy, Bendu. He is an 8-cost ground unit. His aspects are aggression. He has 10 attack and 10 defense. He's force and creature. And he says, on attack, deal 3 damage to each other unit. And this is a legendary. And I'm going to tell you this. This boy is bad. A 10/10 for 8 resources, and it gets to do 3 damage to each other unit. But you know what? That's a powerful effect. Those are powerful stats. Its cost is very well costed. And you know where this card I immediately saw and thought? It goes into Hantu. Remember, Hantu, if he's used the Litter ability, you'll do 2 damage and it reduces the cost to 7 resources. If he's out on the field, it reduces the cost by 2, if I recall that. So that makes it 6. And guess what? We already got spoiled the command leader, excuse me, the command unit that reduces your creature's cost by 1. So if you have him on the field and Hantu on the field, you could bring out Bendu for maybe, is it 5 resources? That's insane, y'all. That is insane. I do feel this card is strictly very going to be very, very powerful with Hantu. Outside of Hantu, if you're running like a command aggression creature deck, again, you have that one unit where you can still cheat him out a little bit cheaper for 7 resources. But I think this is a very, very good card. Remember, you also have other cards that can help reduce the cost. So if you have just one other creature or one other force, you could still play Now There Are 2 of Them, which reduces the cost by 5. So you play 3 resources to play Now There Are 2 of Them. It reduces the cost by 5. Well, it actually will reduce the cost by 6 if you have the other guy. So you'll pay another 2 resources, so you could cheat him out for 5 resources. Bendu is super powerful. He's really good. I really like him. I definitely think we'll see him play. And this is another card, y'all, that I want to see the prestige for it. I think this is one of the cards that you have a chance to make a busted looking prestige. And again, all about the legendaries when it comes to prestige is how, if they're popular in the meta, they'll be worth more. This is definitely the one. If you're going for prestiges, you're going to get a playset of these boys. These are bad. You want to place it anyways of this card. I think it's a very good card. Next up, we have the Exegol Patroller. This is a 2-cost space unit. His aspects are command and villainy. Has 3 attack and 1 defense. Its its traits are First Order, Sith, Vehicle, Fighter, and has the keyword Overwhelm, and this is a common. This is a good unit. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. A 3-1, very good, that has Overwhelm. You can smash this to anything that has 1 life left, and you're going to at least put some base damage. Guess what? If you're playing the Cunning Vader deck, you're going to have this guy in here. I'm telling y'all right now, you want this one right now. So I'm going to tell y'all right off the rip, this is a smash. Because Vader Pilot deck is still like in the meta right now. We're actively using it. This card is going to swing in for sure. Because again, remember, sometimes they'll drop a Sentinel to help slow you down. Cool. I'm going to swing into it. If I'm overwhelmed, I'm still doing the base damage. And that's what is the Swarm aggro wants to do. We want to do the base damage. You have the Millennium Falcon out there and somehow only had 1 health. Cool, I'm swinging right into it because I'm going to kill it and I'm still going to do the base damage overwhelm. This is a very good card. Vader's happy to see this. Now, I think it's only good for Vader. I'm trying to think any other commands deck that you might want it. Maybe an early Piet deck. But again, you really want capital ships. But this might be a good way to pick up some annoying Sentinels that might be blocking your bigger ships. Plus, you could always overwhelming barrage this by increasing its power by 2. Now you can hit something for 5 and maybe a potential overwhelm 4. Not that I'm saying you're going to do that all the time. It just depends on the deck. But it is a candidate for it. Overwhelm was very good for it. So this card, definitely good. We're definitely, I think, if Vader Pilot's still in the meta, we're gonna see this guy 100%. All right, next up we have the Grappling Guardian. This is a 7-cost space unit. His aspects are Vigilance. It has 3 attack and 9 defense. His trait is Creature, and it says when played, you may defeat a space unit with 6 or less remaining HP. So that's actually pretty busted. The fact, sure, he's a little expensive. Sure, 7. That is expensive, right? 1 more resource, you can play Avenger. And Avenger is a way better card because it has a win played and on attack. This only has a win played, right? But being able to take out a 6-cost space unit is actually pretty powerful. Or 6 remaining health, I think is pretty strong. I'm trying to think what in the decks right now or any of the meta do we have a 7-cost unit that can actually kill something. I can't think off the top of my head because Avenger is 8. The Destroyer command one, Devastator, the green one, that's a 10 drop and it does damage based on your resources. But typically you're gonna play him most of the time does 10 damage. But if you're running Piet and he's deployed, you can play it for 8 and it's gonna do 8 damage, right? But most other decks are looking at 10 damage. I can't think of any 7-costed resource unit that can potentially take something off the board. So with that, I'm gonna say it's good if you're running some type of control or any kind of vigilance deck that's somehow ramping up. This ain't bad. I don't think it's that bad at all. I mean, and especially if you're running that command the creature, you can bring this out for 6. So that there is ways you can bring this out a little bit cheaper. So I'm gonna give it a smash. I think this one may see some play. So I'm excited to see what people do this. I'm pretty sure someone's gonna be creating a pure creature deck, and that's definitely the type of deck you're probably gonna want this card in. But let's go on. All right, next up we have the Caretaker Matron. This is a 2-cost ground unit. His aspects are Heroism. Has 0 attack and 4 defense. Its traits are Fringe. And it says Action Exhaust. if you played a force unit this phase, draw a card. Hey, draw a card is good. I'm just telling you right now, that's good. Yo, hero players, you got your Dr. Pershing. Okay? You got a Dr. Pershing. So if you got a full force deck, guess what? You're gonna get a free card drive. And this is actually better. Why? Because Dr. Pershing, when you exhaust him, you have to do a damage to something, right? Typically, you're gonna do it to himself, so you could draw the card. But here, as long as you play the force unit, if you have a whole force deck, not a problem. You're gonna just keep drawing cards. And I think this is pretty good. I think this opens up the hero for some card draw. Maybe there's gonna be everyone knows the Iden is like the villainy control deck. I think this might opens a chance for a heroism control deck, maybe a heroism mill deck. I'm not sure, but drawing cards is good. This is uncommon. It's very good. I think drawing card is good. Draw value is good. Now, obviously, if you don't have a force deck and you have this in there, you'd be like, question mark, why are you doing that? You got to have a force based deck. So again, think about, I don't know. I'm not saying this is going to go in Quinlan, but you have a Quinlan deck, right? You have all force units. Why not if you need to get some card draw, right? Because I know I've been in the situation where like, dang man, I just need to draw a surprise strike and I win. So if I had a full force deck and I played that, I was like, okay, did I get that top deck magic? Did I use the Yu-Gi-Oh's power and trust in the heart of the card and pull the surprise strike? This card is going to help you achieve that. So I think this is a very good card. I do see we'll see it in some decks, not all decks, but hey, I'll tell you this: if you're running Data Vault and Heroism, why not? You have to add 10 more cards to your list. Why not this one? Help draw some cards. It's good. I'm good. I'm. If you disagree with me, let me know, guys. Literally, let me know in the chat or in the comments. All right. Next up, we have the other leader that I saw got spoiled. We have Cal Kestis. He is a cunning and heroism leader. His action says, use the force, meaning lose your force token. An opponent chooses a ready unit they control, exhaust that unit. He actually deploys in 4 resources, so he's Sabine level fast. He's a 3 attack and 4 defense. And it says, on attack, an opponent chooses a ready unit they control, exhaust that unit. And he's a common. I forgot to mention his traits are force and fringe. So, I think the action is okay. You pay your force token to exhaust something, but what I don't like is that 4 defense, y'all. 4 defense is rough because when you can deploy Cal Kestis, there's a lot of things that can kill him. Example, open fire. Example, Forlom, who has ambush. If somehow you didn't have something, you had a boss, but you only have 1 unit. Now there are 2 of them. Well, boss is going to ambush into him and take him out. I'm not too happy with his health. 4 health is not good. If he was a 2/5, I think he would be really good because then that will actually equip him with Sabine. And as a Kylo player, he's a 5/4 and reduces attack for every card in your hand. It's hard sometimes when you want to deploy him, but your opponent's like holding on to those resources. You're like, well, yeah, I know what you're doing. I'll play something else and maybe deploy him next turn. It's difficult. This one's hard for me, y'all. I like the Cal Kestis in general, but I'm gonna have to go pass on this one. That 4 defense is not good. There's too many cards in this game that can kill things that have 4 health at 4 resources. Like there's too many. I could play aggression. If you put an upgrade on him, I would like aggression, pop your upgrade off, deal 4 damage, you're dead. like there's too much, right? There's open fire, there's forlom, there's boss that you can cheat in. There's so much that you can just ambush in. There's 4 cost units. There's units that have 4 attack that you can, if you have timely or well, I guess timely won't work. But if you have ECL, they can ambush in and kill it. Like there's too much. There's too much. I'm sorry, Calcestis. Calcestis. I'm gonna have to go with pass. I don't think he's gonna be good. Um, if he was 2-5, then I think we're on to something. But yeah, I don't. Even with the on attack, I don't think it's good. I'm sorry. All right. Next up, we have Pounce. This is a 2-cost ground event. Its aspects are cunning, and its traits is trick. And it says attack with a creature unit. It gets +4 attack. This attack, guys. I'm just gonna hit the smash. This is a surprise strike for creatures, and I get it. Surprise strike is just +3 damage with the unit. Cool, but if you're going through a creature base deck and you pounce on somebody, you're doing 4. That's a lot of damage. Like that's a lot of damage. Remember that there's that 3 drop, that 3 resource drop. That's a 5/5, but he can only attack if he's damaged, and then when he attacks, he heals. Well, that guy has 5 attack. Next turn, you somehow put a damage on him, and you pounce for 4. That's 9 damage on that big boy coming at that base. That's a lot of damage. If you're running a 25 health base, that's what, a fourth of your a third of your damage, right? 9 times 3 is 27, so a third of your base is gone. Like now, obviously, we're seeing the rise of the 30 house and obviously Data Vault. That's still roughly about a fourth ish, right? With rounding, right? It's still very powerful. I think Pounce is cool. I want to see somehow like a Jabba deck, Jabba leader, cunning, somehow go creature based deck is what I'm initially kind of thinking about. And then you slot in Pounces, you slot in 4-cost Jabba unit that allows you to fish for your tricks. So you could have surprise strikes, you could have Pounce. You can even use, now there are 2 of them, because if you're doing a creature trait, you can bring out your first creature's weaker, then play a 5-cost creature the next turn, and then you follow up that following turn with a Pounce. 5-cost creature, 5 resource costs, you're probably looking about 5-6 damage creature. I mean attack. Then you Pounce. That's about 10 damage you could potentially do on a base with that kind of sequencing. I think this is very good. I think we're gonna see play for sure. But again, it's niche because it's only creatures, but we're seeing how many creatures. Look how many creatures we just saw earlier today. We'll go backtrack. This is going to be good. I want to really count. I need to go to SWODB, and if you've done this, let me know in the comments or in the chat. How many creatures are in the game right now? I think that's going to give you a real indication of how powerful this card is going to be, because we had a good amount of creatures with the good leaders. I think we're going to see some nice stuff here. So Pounce for sure is getting that smash. Is good. All right. Speaking of a creature, we got a 9-cost ground unit, the Mythosaur. His aspects are vigilance. He has 10 attack and 10 defense. He's Mandalorian and creature in terms of traits. He's shielded, and it says friendly upgraded units can't be exhausted or returned to hand by enemy card abilities. Friendly leaders gain the Mandalorian trait. Bro, this guy is a beast. Honestly, for 9 resources and you get a 10/10, I think, just let's say nothing else was there, I would think, yeah, that's pretty good. Now on top of that, you're giving him a shield. All right, now we're looking at like 21 points of stats, right? 10 and 10, that's 20 plus 1. And then the text comes in. Friendly upgrade units cannot be exhausted. I think that means you only could kill them. You can't do, no good to me dead isn't good against this boy. If he's on the field and they have upgraded stuff. I think Mythosaur is a legendary, by the way. I missed that. I think this is good. And especially you take initiative and you got Pounce in your hand next turn. Yeah, I'm going to swing in for 14 damage. You're going to win the game. I'm sorry. You play this guy. You also have somehow a way to cheat him. Remember? On 2, guys. Going to reduce this cost a little bit. You're going to win. If you can cheat this out for like 7 resources and attack with Pounce. Right? Again, Han 2's, I get it, he's red. Pounce is yellow. I'm just kind of giving examples, right? Good target, maybe for Palpatine's return, because you can fish him out and play it for a discount. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with this card, and he's a legendary. Again, guys, this is a Prestige Watch card. Seeing this guy in Prestige, he might be broken, right? Bindu was the last creature we saw. Again, remember, Bindu's a creature. You pounce with Bindu. Bindu hits for 8, right? Pounce for 12. That's a lot of damage, right? So that's what I'm saying. These creatures, there's going to be... I see the creatures that I see right now, some of these big ones are going to be more of a mid-range type deck. Maybe think of the way I'm thinking right now is almost like Kira. It's going to be like a soft control. Let me control you. Let me blah, blah, blah until I can get to this mid-range game where I can start dropping these, 7, 8, 9 cost creatures. If you're running Han Blue, maybe that's how you're controlling your opponent. Han Blue gets deployed. Boom, you get to drop a 6 cost Bindu. Somehow you put an upgrade on him and Pounce. Next time you play Mythosaur, now your Bindu can't get exhausted or return your hand because he has the Mythosaurus protecting him. There's that synergy, right? That's good, guys. It's a good card. Let me know what you guys think. Am I crazy? Hit me in the comments. Hit me in the chat right now. I think I'm gonna have to hit that smash button. This Mythosaur is so good. It is. I get it. It's 9 resources. It's a legendary. I'm curious. Once we release all legendaries, I am gonna do a tier list of the legendaries, and then I'm also gonna talk about how much money I think they're gonna be costing. Because so far, I'm gonna tell you all right now, Darth Vader is gonna be the most expensive legendary in this set. But let's go. All right. Next up, we have a 4 cost event. Protect the Pod. His aspects are command. It's a tactic, and it says a friendly non-vehicle unit deals damage equal to its remaining HP to an enemy unit. So, pretty much boils down, non-vehicle unit's a ground unit, right? It's going to do damage equal to its remaining HP. So, I don't know, let's say somehow you had a big creature, hasn't been damaged, you paid for it, and then you're going to smack something, and you're going to kill it. Well, the crazy thing is it says it's enemy unit, so that means it's going to kill leaders as well. So if you have a big creature, you can wipe out a leader. That's not bad. The 4 costs is what I'm struggling with, right? 4 resources is good, but think about what at this stage, it's not good at the beginning part of the game. Because if the only thing I can think of is that one creature that costs 3 resources, he's 5 for 5, but he can't attack bases unless he's damaged. Maybe that's good because if he has 5 health, he can hit something for 5. But why can we kill other things with 4 resources? So that's where I'm like, maybe not. I think it's more of an end game card, but at that point, if you have some big creatures, isn't that just a win more card at that point, right? It's a common, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to pass on this one. I think there's, by the time you have these big units on the board that can wipe out something, who cares? You're probably already gonna win the game. Like, I don't think it does much at the beginning. I don't think it's very good. I think we have other events that can kill stuff for the same cost and not have this conditional where it has to be a non-vehicle and it's only remaining how so many conditions, in my opinion. So we're passing on that. All right. Next up, we have the Graceful Purrgil. This is a 5 cost space unit. Its aspects are vigilance, has 2 attack and 7 defense, and it has sentinel. These are the hyperspace wells from Rebels. If you haven't seen that, it looks pretty. I mean, the card looks pretty cool for a 2/7. So for this, I feel like it's a little overcosted. I get Sentinel's pretty good, but with a 5, I would hope at least I'll get maybe at the bare minimum 10 points of stats plus the Sentinel. I would say that's about fairly costed, but right now we're hitting 9 points of stats plus the Sentinel. So I think this is a little costed too high in my opinion. It is a creature. If you're running a creature deck, maybe you slot this in. If you're going vigilance, right? Maybe you do that. You're going Hantu blue, and you can bring him out for 4 resources. Then I think that's really it's like if you can pay 4 resources for this is a good card because he becomes a 2/5 sentinel. At 4 resources, that 5-point threshold. There's not many cards that can usually kill it right off the back. Because even maybe Bosk. Bosk is a 5/4, so he could ambush into him. But if there's a way you can shield him or heal him, he's not bad. So in the scope of like maybe Hantu, he might be good, but in the general, I might have to go with pass on this one, guys. I just don't see it. It actually being good for the cost, right? I think there's other cards that we can do. You can even, if you're playing Vigilance, you're on the villainy side. I think Childson's better because he gets those experience tokens, right? And he costs less and could be just as beefy or as him. So I'm gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go with the pass here, y'all. Okay, next up we have another leader, yo. This is Supreme Leader Snoke. He is he is a command and heroism leader. His traits are force, first order, and official. It says action, pay 1 resource, given an experience token to a unit with the most power among friendly villainy units. Keyword is villainy, guys. Remember, because if you have just like an aggression, you're playing aggression command, and he doesn't have villainy tag, you can't put the buff on him, right? It has to be villainy unit, right? And then if you have a tie, you get to choose who you get to put it on. He deploys at 6 resources on his leader unit side, he's a 6 cost leader. He has 4 attack and 7 defense. That's actually not bad. And he says on attack, give an experience token to a unit with the most power among friendly villainy units. So first off, so you're going to pay 1 to give one experience. I feel like it's a little expensive for 1 plus 1 plus 1. I guess it's about even, I guess. I'm torn on this one, y'all. I'm trying to think. So again, I'm just trying to think how we do this. So, in my eyes of Vader, if you can cheat him out and kill 2 units, then somehow you use this to make him even stronger, get another shield out somehow, and then attack again round 2. Yeah, I think he's Long Pike. I think Vader's gonna take out stuff like that. I think that's good. Buffing up that Vader unit makes him very, very scary. Buffing up any unit when he's deployed is actually always pretty good. So I'm indifferent. But I'm gonna go. This one's hard, y'all. I'm not entirely sure. I think for 4/7 as a leader unit, he's not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and give him the smash, okay? Because I think when he's deployed, that could really help ramp up your units to help each time you're attacking to maybe potentially close out the game. Because again, if you have some kind of pump spell, plus you can buff a unit by 1 more, and you don't have to pay for it on the leader side, I'm gonna say, yeah, we're gonna give him the smash. Let me know in the comments. If you think I'm wrong or in the chat, let me know because this one was difficult for me. But I do like that he's official. So Royal Guards come into action, right? And you want to pump up your Sentinels to protect your base. If you're going kind of a vigilance command build, right? You're gonna soft control until you get your bigger units out like Vader. And officials are great because you wanna protect your health, right? So Emperor Royal Guards, I immediately the card I see. So we'll go ahead. We're gonna give him the smash. All right, we're giving the smash button for Supreme Leader Snoke. So yeah. All right. Next up, we have the Supremacy Tie. He is a space unit, 3-cost space unit. His aspects are vigilance and villainy. His has 3 attack and 3 defense, and his traits are first order, vehicle, and fighter. And he has the Sentinel keyword. For 3, I guess it's okay for 3/3. A Sentinel is always good if you're going more of a soft control or you want to just protect your life. A Sentinel is good. I would have liked to see maybe one more stat point somewhere, maybe like a 3/4, but I think that might have made it too powerful. It's good. I think any villain blue is gonna run this personally. You can you start off with your 2-drop spaceship that lets you scry. Forgot the name of the card. Let me know in the comments because I can't remember. And then you follow up this one on your turn, and now you're protecting your space if your opponent's going space. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. You can swing in and then heal a little bit too if you have the restore. This card I think is definitely going to see play for your blue control players. I think, or soft control as well. Mid range even too. So yeah, I'm gonna give this. I'll give it the smash. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna see play. Next up, we have the Supremacy. This is a 12-cost space unit. His aspects are command and villainy. It has 12 attack and 12 defense. Its traits are first order, vehicle, capital ship. It has ambush, and it gives other friendly units 6/6. Vehicle unit 6/6. So here's my struggle on this one, y'all. This is 12 resources. Is this the most expensive ship now in the game? Because I want to say the other one, the other green ship, was that 11? No, was it? Is it 11 resources? Guys, let me know in the chat. I believe the other ship was it? I think it's 11 resources. This is 12. Sure, if you have Piet out, you can bring him out for 10. But even let's think about Palpatine, right? Even with him, you maybe get up to 10 or 11 resources. So do you really get to play this card? Now, it's a legendary. The stats are awesome. Ambush is awesome. All your other vehicles get +6/+6. But can you get there, right? Even if you're running double command, right? You go with Piet, you do ramp like crazy with command and resupply and super laser technicians. It's still like a lot, right? Now, and also it feels like to me this is a win more card. If you get to the point where you can play this card, which has ambush, which can probably take out anything that's in the space, and then all your other vehicle wins get 6/6/6. I feel like if you play this card, you're already gonna win the game. You got to 12 resources. Like at that point, like you slam this down against your opponent, GG, because I don't know how I'm gonna kill a 12/12. And now he's buffing all the vehicles, giving it +6/+6. Like I think to me, this feels like a win more card. I don't think, and then getting up to that resource, like for a legendary, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with the pass, guys. I even though the effect has ambush, it buffs your vehicles, giving it +6/+6. It's just getting to 12 resources. Like seriously, like Maybe Piet might be able to get it at 10, but that to me is now you're really boxing it into 1 liter. And when you box it into 1 liter, then I don't think is really a good card. If it can work with several liters, then I think it's a very good card. But in my eyes, is mostly Piet, maybe OG Palpatine. But maybe if you're running double green or something, like, sure, you can use Palp's return on it to play it, but again, you're still like paying the same amount of resources to essentially play it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the pass here, y'all. If y'all think I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments or in the chat. But we're gonna hit that pass. I just can't see it. I cannot see it. Hopefully, some people in the chat or in the comments tell me, "Hey, bro, you didn't think about this combo," and that might be totally true. Okay. All right. Next up, we have the T6 Shuttle 1974. This is a space unit that's 3 resources. Its aspects are vigilance and heroism. It has 3 attack and 4 defense. Its traits are fringe, vehicle, transport, and it says when this unit is attacked, before damage is dealt, you may give an experience token to this unit. All right. So my initial thoughts for this as a 3 cost, 3/4 for about 7 points of stats, it's actually not bad. It's actually pretty good. But the crazy thing is that if you attack this dude, he's gonna get more. He's gonna get stronger, and he goes from a 3/4 to being a 4/5. That's very good. I'm just gonna tell you this. I'm gonna hit that smash button. It's a rare. Somehow, I think this one is kind of lining up for Ahsoka because you could give something Sentinel. So now, if your opponents have space, they have to crash into him, and maybe if they're playing space, they might not be able to kill it. So now you're making this thing a little bit stronger, and then on your action, you have some type of trick where you can, hit base for potentially, let's say you had a surprise strike, hit base for 7 damage, and then their next unit has to attack into it again. Now he's potentially take out another unit. Like, it's actually pretty good, y'all. this is a good shit. Heroism will like this deck for any Rey deck. Rey only buffs if it's 3 or less, so that could be a chance for Rey as well. But any command Luke deck, maybe you might see it. If you're running Vigilance and you need some space, this is actually pretty good. You just got to give it Sentinel. Again, it's synergizing more for Ahsoka, but there's other ways in the game to give something Sentinel. So yeah, this is actually pretty good. I for sure think Hero Blue is going to be using this. All right, let's go up to the next one. Next up, we have the Hyperspace Wayfarer. This is a 6 cost space unit. His aspects is just command. He has 4 attack and 10 defense. And that's it. He's a creature, and that's about it. But for 6 cost, and you get 14 points of stats, man, that's pretty powerful. Because for this, I would, even if it was at 12 points of stats, 14 points of stats actually is about good for the costing. That's wild because it's only 4 defense. So any unit or any events that say kill something with 5 or more power, well, guess what? It's not gonna be able to kill this thing. Any events that say kill something that has X amount remaining defense or less health, well, you got 10 health on this bad boy. It's not gonna do anything. If you're running Ahsoka, you can give it Sentinel. You can lock down space for a turn. I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna have to go with Smash. It was wild. I wonder if they're gonna ever come out with a deck, because I think there was a deck like this in Star Wars Destiny. I believe it's Star Wars Destiny, where it flip-flopped everything. So your 4/10 became a 10/4. And if you somehow can do that crazy shenanigans, then this card is super scary. But I don't think they have that in this game, so I don't think we're gonna see that anytime soon either. But I know other games have that, so it could be an option, and that will actually be pretty cool. And it's also a common 410 for a 6 cost unit. I think it's pretty good. The trick is, I think most of the time you're gonna want to give it Sentinel, so that is the caveat. But for the most part, I think it's a decent card, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it that smash. I have no rating for decent, either smash or pass. I don't think it's a pass. It's not full smash, but in the confines of the game, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it that smash. And that's it, guys. That's literally all of the cards that have been spoiled since my last stream last week. Now, I want to recap some cards because I think some of these cards are very, very good. So let's go back to the first. Shatterpoint, I think is okay. Force Illusion, again, remember we talk about giving stuff Sentinel. This is how way you could go if you're running Cunning Blue. How to give some of your stuff Sentinel. I think it's a good card. Ahsoka, I unfortunately don't think is good. Quinlan, he's good. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I'm gonna hit the smash button. Quinlan's very good. We're definitely gonna see him in the meta. He's so good. Because even if we don't really use the whole force mechanic they're introducing, you can still throw him in Quinlan Tarkentown, and he's still good at a 4-drop. You Hotshot Blaster, guess what? You got 6 power. Now you can hit the base for 6 damage. And because you have 6 power, guess what? You're about to do 2 more damage. He does 8 damage. He's very good. And of course, Asajj, the synergy, they were in love with each other. She's going to buff him. Now, she can buff other force units, giving it +2. You can ambush her in, buff up Quinlan, hit that attack again. You see, one's 4 cost, one's 5 cost. You see the synergy? He's going to be ready when you play her. He buffs him, he hits. It's good. These 2 cards right here, I think, are the 2 best cards that were spoiled this week. Precarious Predicament, I think is good with its worse. It's all right. Count Dooku, I think he has a potential to be very good depending how prevalent the hidden keyword is and how we can build a deck around it. So far, we're still up to 2 that I think is really good. Bendu, okay, guys, Bendu I think is very good for 8 costs. That 10/10 already is strong, and then you throw the on attack. And now he could do 3 damage to each other unit. Sure, it's going to affect your units too, but this boy is out. You're probably going to win. And you can cheat him out with, reduce that cost with Han2. And then you have the command unit that reduces creatures cost by 1. You could cheat him out quite early. You could Hotshot Blaster next round with this guy and hit base for 12 and then threw 3 damage to all the other units. He's very, very good. I do think we're going to see Bendu in action. Especially someone that builds like a force creature based deck. He's good. Like I said, I think he's very, very good with Han2. And we already seen Han2 with Han2 Dead Votes popping up. I would say immediately slot him in and see what happens, right? For obviously, you're going to make some changes to the deck when the new set comes out, but I think Han2 right now, if you're running Han2 Data Vault, you're going to add this guy in that deck. Like, there's no question. It runs Krayt Dragon. You want to add this dude in there. It's a supplement. The Patroller, I think, is actually very good too. Just because Vader Pilot, it's doing so well right now in the meta. And actually, if you're a new player, I actually tell most people that are trying to get into the game right now, start off with Vader Pilot. It's about a $50 deck, and it can win you your locals and even a showdown. This card is very good, but it's very specific to that deck. But I think if you want a 2-drop, it's going to be very good in any kind of space command deck. It's good. But I won't put it out there. So right here, we have 3 right now that I think are very, very good cards. The Grappling Guardian, 3/9, when played, sure, you can potentially do it, but you have to have the remaining. I think it's good. I just won't put it in the top. Caretaker Matron, 0/4. If you played a force unit, you can exhaust and draw a card. I think this card is very, very good. This is Heroism's equivalent of Dr. Pershing. Card draw is very good in this game. So you definitely gonna want this if you're playing heroism and you're going kind of a force theme deck around it. Like you can literally play a Han deck, I think, from what I've seen so far, like Cunning and Command or Green or Data Vault, and you can start slotting some of these force units, and she can help you get more cards. That's good because I've been in several situations where I'm like, please, heart of the cards, give me what I want. And it was like literally, I lost the game. I looked at the top two cards, like, dang it, this is the card I needed to win the game. This is what's gonna help you get there. Cal Kestis, I don't think he's good. Sorry, guys. Pounce. I think this is a very good card. We're up to 5 from this set of spoilers. I think is very good. Sure, it is creature based, but didn't we just see Bindu, who hits for 10 and hit 3 everyone else? You pounce him next turn, you're gonna hit for 14. You're gonna win the game. Like it's good. Now you can have, and it's a trick. So if you have somehow like Jabba, now you have Surprise Strike and Pounce that could potentially help you close out games. I think these cards are very, very good. So we're up to 5. Mythosaur, another legendary. It's good. I mean, it's good. If you have Han too, and you can bring him out a little bit cheaper. The big thing, it's not even the shielded, the friendly leaders get mad. It's the one thing is upgraded units cannot be exhausted or returned to hand by enemy card abilities. That one phrase is what I think is crazy good. So that's 6. Protect the Pod? Nope. The Graceful Persia? Supreme Leader Snoke? I think he's alright. Supremacy Tie, I think is good, just not making that big list. Supremacy, I just can't do it, y'all. I don't think it's a good card. It's a win more card in my eyes. The T6 Shuttle, I think is very good. I think it's hard to get it attack because they don't want to buff your unit. You have to give it Sentinel. So that conditional, that's why I'm going to leave it at good. And the Wayfarer, I mean, okay, it's good. It's not great, right? And that was it. That's all. So of all those cards, those were the 6 cards that I thought from this round of spoilers that I think are very, very good cards. We are 1 month away, y'all, from pre-release for the new set. So I'm excited to see the rest of the spoilers. I'm already starting to brew some decks. I'm thinking about building a creature deck, but y'all know what I said last week. The new Darth Vader legendary unit, we're building a deck around him because he's busted. But this is good. So let me go ahead and switch over here. Guys, I appreciate your time. Next week, as we get more spoilers, I'll be collecting them, and then we'll be doing another live stream kind of reviewing all of the cards and talking about what I think are the good ones, which ones are smash, and which ones are pass. But anyways, guys, I appreciate your time. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Literally doesn't cost you a thing. It's free. And then hit that thumbs up while you're at it too. I really appreciate it. But anyways, thank you for your time, guys. I hope you have a good night. May the force be with you. Peace.